This is either going to save you money or have you prepared before you go out next. Do you realize the cameras, your phone, everything is reading your emotions, you're tracking your eyes? And what if I tell you, you might pay more for the products than the person before you or after you in line? Yeah, it's happening.
To get away with this price gouging bullshit.
The cost of your flight went up because you searched for it twice. Your rideshare costs more because your phone battery is dying. And this is surveillance pricing, which is corporations using your own data and behaviors against you. And I saw this post from Representative Mallory McMorrow, and I really want to talk about it because right now companies are using your personal data, your search history, your location, even how desperate you might be in the moment. For example, your phone battery dying, to figure out the absolute most that you are willing to pay for a product or a service, and then they are going to charge you that. So two people can be looking at the exact same flight, the exact same ride, the exact same product, and get completely different prices, not because of demand or anything that might make sense, but because of who they are and what the companies know about them as a user. And according to Representative Mallory McMorrow, I mentioned earlier, this is only getting worse as AI gets more advanced and better at predicting your behavior. And her plan is to ban it, like fully stop companies from using your personal data to change prices, whether that's flights or rent, even wages, because the bigger issue here isn't just like higher prices, right? It's that corporations are quietly turning your own data into a tool that squeezes even more money out of you, and most people don't even realize that it's happening. And I wanted to talk about this because I recently saw a news article about a grocery store who is beginning to utilize peak pricing, which meant that products were going to be different prices depending on what time of the day it was, depending on consumer data that they've collected. They are doing this on a mass scale now with your personal user data. It's not just going to be in public spaces anymore. It's going to be online, on your phone, things that you are personally looking up, things that you are personally buying for your household. You don't even have to step out of your house for these companies to be farming your data. And I really think that we need to be a little bit more concerned about it because it is only going to get worse if people don't get angry about it right now.
I honestly didn't think it was this bad. Grocery stores, we figured Walmart, right? But this farming of our data constantly and surveillance us using AI for the wrong reasons is absolutely getting out of control. And today I've got several things that you need to see to keep you on edge, to protect you, to save you money, and solutions and what they might do about this, but probably not. Coming right up. Alright guys, welcome back. Thanks for starting this off with a like. If you guys appreciate staying up to date, looking out for you. And if you get a chance, let me know down in the comments if you think this should be legal or not. Because like I said, AI is going to happen whether we like it or not. It's already on our phones. It is being used with you if you have any sort of technology, even if you have a modern TV on the wall. Fact of the matter is it can be used for the good or for the bad. And both are going to happen. The only reason this stuff is happening is because we support these stores. If you want to do what I did a few years ago and support an American-made, non-toxic ingredient type of place, supporting a family and business that is against all of this type of stuff and get most of everything that you need on a monthly basis, check out the link down in the description. It's where I shop for nearly everything. Now watch this. This ain't just shorts. People going on rants, but it's on the news now too. And the fact that this is not regulated and they get away with it is absolutely mind-blowing.
And this is a big move to try to crack down on dynamic pricing when companies use AI to change prices in real time based on customers' personal data. So you might pay a different price than someone buying the exact same thing at the same time. Maryland just became the first state to ban dynamic pricing at grocery stores and with food delivery services. As of October 1st, any store that uses shoppers' personal information to charge higher prices risks facing a $10,000 fine. Last year, a small case study found that Instacart charged different prices for shoppers buying the same foods at the same time. After backlash, Instacart later said it ended those pricing experiments. There have also been concerns with Walmart's shift to digital price tags in all of its...
People too lazy to get out of their home, or, they might have a reason not to get out of their home. But did you realize that they were charging people different prices based off of your profile? And that's not all. Walmart's onto a whole new thing.
There have also been concerns with Walmart's shift to digital price tags in all of its stores by the end of next year. The retailer says that prices are the same no matter who is shopping. There is clearly some momentum on this. Dozens of other states have introduced legislation to try to ban dynamic pricing, including at grocery stores, or to force companies to disclose if they are using this strategy. Some consumer advocates actually say Maryland's law doesn't go far enough. For example, it doesn't apply to prices associated with stores' loyalty programs, while an Association of Maryland Businesses is pushing back. They say grocery stores don't engage in individual price gouging, and dynamic pricing is more common in industries like hotels, rideshare apps, and airlines.
So listen, this means that there's too many loopholes. That doesn't say that they can't do it, so they're gonna do it. And in all these states, the legislation is proposed, which means it could take a while for it to pass through. So most of you people, aside from possibly Maryland, which hasn't taken the bar too far, means that you guys are all dealing with probably paying more than the other guy. Okay, before we go to a couple of these other clips that you guys must see, let me play this entire video because she kind of explains it real quick. Like, they are playing your prices off of your emotions and your facial features.
I keep hearing everybody talk about what's going on in Walmart and with the digital, and it like recognizes your emotions, and if you're like excited to get something, like the price goes higher. So I'm going to test it out. And I'm going to buy dog treats, which are, $39 for the bucket of them. But if they're going to test my emotions, like, I got to get it right.
I hope Walmart knows that ever since they switched to this new pricing system, I buy far less clothes because I can never find the price of whatever it is I'm looking for, and then I have to pull out my app in order to scan it to figure out what the price is, and that's enough for me to just not buy it.
Okay guys, I'm at Walmart right now. I was going to check out looking at one of these jackets, and then I found this. This is their price sign. You have to scan it now to get the price. I am so not buying anything that has this crap. You shouldn't either. Boycott all items that don't have a price on them. We can't let Walmart do this to us.
So not only do you guys need to worry about inflation, cost inflation of everything that you need to buy these days, but now you need to worry about the prices changing on you from the minute you enter the store because your phone's tracking you. The video surveillance is tracking your emotions to see if you really like something or if you don't like something. I'm telling you, I'm gonna start wearing a hat and sunglasses. And to know that you could pay more, than the guy or gal in front of you or behind you just because of it thinks that you have more money to spend on that item, let me know down in the comments if that would tick you off just like it would me.
Over all the clothes here at Walmart, there's no price tags. What's up with that? I'm talking all of them. Look, all of them. Except I did notice right here, they got these little QR codes right here. So you can scan the QR code and it'll take you, I guess, to the item. But right here, like on these right here, right, there's no, what do y'all think? Is it kind of weird? All right, look, so we're way over here now. Even right here, look, there's no, where are the price stickers at? Look at this, y'all. There's none of them. All right, $150 for 3 bags. That is insane, dude. Anyways, I talked to them. What they're gonna do is they're putting like a digital price tag on top of it. It's gonna be all digital, basically. But anyways, y'all have a great day. That's pretty cool how they can do that, you know. Anyways, have a good day. I will say the 2 ladies we talked to are super cool, y'all.
This is what's wrong with Walmart's new price tags that are digital, okay? I need a vacuum. I'm broke as shit. So I'm looking through the vacuums, and this catches my attention. 1 cent, right? This one's 1 cent. It says it's a Abyssal PF compact, but you go and you scan it right here, right? This one, scan it, it ain't 1 cent. Once again, Dirt Devil says 1 cent. Didn't come up as 1 cent. We also have this Dirt Devil saying it's 1 cent. But if you scan them down here, they are not 1 cent. Look at this. 1 cent, 1 cent. And it's not just the displays, because why is this display correct? It says 98, and it's a price deal. We also see, it says the power lifter swivel. Do you guys remember when Walmart used to say that if it's advertised as something, they have to guarantee it? Why is that not happening here? Apparently that shit's just out the window. So this is what's wrong with Walmart's new digital tags, is they're advertising one thing right here, and then you scan it and it ain't that.
And that's not all. They're skimming $1 or more off of everybody. And think about how many people are buying from Walmart every single day and how much they make by just skimming off the top of everybody. And that's not to say about the next video that I show you about how you can order online sometimes for cheaper and have to wait out in the parking lot for someone to go find it, whether they say it's in stock or not after you just saw it, and have them bring it out to your car versus you going in and buying it yourself.
And I knew roughly what I had spent. Like, I try to keep like a little bit of a running total in my brain. And I get up there and they give me my total and I'm like, that seems high. But I didn't want to, like, you know, hold the cashier. There was people behind me. So I just went ahead and I stepped to the side before I left the building and I checked my receipt. And I saw something that said site merch. I'm like, what the crap is site merch? For $14.98. I knew nothing I'd picked up was $14.98. So I went on my Walmart app and I typed in the PC that was on there. And it was weird because it was a lot different than any of the other ones. But anyway, so you guys probably can't see it, but there's site merch. They marked it out. So I went to customer service after I'd looked up on my phone and there was nothing on the website. It just came up with like that, like little spyglass that says, nah, nothing's found. And I went and talked to the person at customer service and they said, oh, well, let me just scan your receipt. And I was like, okay. So they scanned the little barcode at the top, you know, whatever. And like, oh yeah, we don't find anything under that either. Well, let me type it into my computer. So they put in their computer. I'm like, oh, well, it brings up a pair of shoes. Did you buy a pair of shoes? And I said, no, here's my basket. Here's all my things. I haven't left the store. I don't have any shoes. And the shoe price they showed it to me was $18.98. And I was like, no, this is only $14.98. I'm like, oh, well, that's weird. And they gave me my $15 back, whatever, in cash. And I'm thinking to myself, if you wouldn't have caught this, Walmart would have gotten $14.98 of your money for nothing. No goods exchanged hands for that $14.98. How many people does this happen to every day that no one catches? And we're talking like there's got to be tens of thousands or millions of people, you know, across the country who shop at Walmart on the daily. So how much money are they skimming from people? Check your receipts, people. Walmart's trying to take your money. And please, at Walmart, and let's get a little traction on this because this is crap.
Okay, I never thought I would see the day, but it's finally here, unfortunately. So you see these little tags? This is what they call dynamic pricing or digital pricing. That's when you see these. Horrible. I'm really sad. Because basically what it means is that you can come here, see, oh, it's $128, and then when you go to the register, it could be a completely different price. A lot of companies have admitted that what they do is they can use the information off your phone, like some ping or something like that. I'm not super technical. Anyways, they can get information off of your phone and basically find out what you can afford and jack up the price a little bit and just figure out what they can sell it to you for. Basically possibly giving you a higher price versus somebody else, which is literally so dystopian in my opinion. Like, that's so crazy that I can come here and get cat food for 96 cents because, oh, that's what they wanted to sell it to me for, but Sally gets it for, let's say, I don't know, like 80 cents. Like, it's crazy. And then it may not seem like a lot right now, but it adds up over time. So it's just so crazy that the dynamic pricing and the digital pricing is literally here at Walmart. Like, I almost don't want to shop right now. It's crazy.
It's called dynamic, algorithmic, or surveillance pricing, a growing trend among global retailers designed to increase profits, an approach that adjusts the ticket price based on who's looking.
This is about companies deciding that one person, based on their online personal data history or shopping history, is willing to pay more for eggs than another person.
Tech expert Carmi Levy explains grocers and other retailers can learn a lot about you when you use their apps. But that's not all they're peeking into.
Location information, what you're doing in your other apps, maybe what you've posted on social media, things that you've liked and engaged with.
Think of a parent up late at night with a sick baby, Googling their symptoms.
Grocery stores are trying to make it easier to charge you more money, and it could be happening to you without even noticing. The next time you're shopping, check the price tags. Do they look like this? These are electronic price labels, which use digital screens to show the price of items instead of your typical paper or sticker tag. They're already being used in major grocery chains, and while some are saying the labels are more efficient, lawmakers are concerned that they'll encourage dynamic pricing, which could hurt everyday Americans. Dynamic pricing is the practice of changing the cost of basic items based on need. Hypothetically, with dynamic pricing, the cost of items like toilet paper could go up or down based on the time of day, the weather, the season, or other major events. With electronic price labels, grocery stores could change prices in minutes, which could result in price surging. Proponents for the labels are saying that price surging hasn't happened yet, and that consumers could even benefit because grocery stores could quickly discount items that are close to sell-by dates, making them cheaper. However, the reverse is also true. The electronic price labels could make it easier to drastically increase prices when there's high demand. Imagine the worst case scenario, like a natural disaster where people desperately need bottled water or first aid supplies. The high demand in this case could mean higher prices in emergencies. We've seen this happen before, particularly with medicine. Experts also fear that digitized prices mean companies can easily collude with one another to all have the same price and undermine fair market competition. So there wouldn't be any cheaper alternatives to price surges. Ultimately, the only way to safeguard against this is with government regulation. Some states have introduced legislation to ban electronic price labels, others have taken a stand against surge pricing. With pending legislation, this is the kind of thing that will require us to put pressure on our representatives to stand up for consumer rights over corporate greed.
And I can see that playing out. Like, this is absolutely nuts. And a reason why I don't support these companies anymore. They're only there if we support them. If we give them our money, then they get to play their games on us. If you don't give them their money, they're gonna have to learn to adapt to what we want and what we need. That's why you guys have to vote with your dollars. Know who you're supporting. Now this next gal, I mean, this is absolutely nuts as well.
So I go to buy all of my kids one gift and one piece of chocolate for Easter. And for one of my kids, it was the Spidey figurines, 5 Spidey characters. And online, it was $19. And I was like, ugh, I don't really want to spend $19 on people, but that is what's going to bring him joy. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do this in person. Like, I know they have it in stock. I have other groceries to do. I'll just go in person. So fast forward, I'm in the store and I pick it up and I'm like, oh, this is $30. Did I pick up the wrong one? I scan it with my phone and I'm like, oh no, it says 19 online, 30 in person. They'll just probably price match it because I know Target does that and a lot of other stores do. And so I'm over here like, oh yeah, that's cheaper online. That's cheaper online. Like, we're talking like $5 difference, $10 difference. So I get to the counter, I scan all the things, and then I push the button where like the lady comes over, and I was like, hey, just so you know, like, these are $10 cheaper online. Is it possible for you to go ahead and price match them? And she just looks at me and was like, no. And I was like, oh, but it's Walmart online, like not like another store, like it's your store, so like can't Walmart price match Walmart? And she like pulls up the phone and she's like, this says it's this price if you buy it online, it's this price if you buy it in the store. We're talking an $11 difference. And so I'm like, okay, so if I place a pickup order or a delivery order, it's going to be $11 cheaper. And she's like, I cannot justify this. So I had her take it off. I get in the car and I place a pickup order. And in my mind now, I'm like, how does this make sense? I'm going to place a pickup order where somebody's going to have to go into the store, find my item, bring it, pick it up. Like, that is manual labor that someone is having to do that now is giving me a cheaper price when it should be more expensive. I don't know. Anyways, my order's ready. And then I look at it and one of the items is out of stock. I know that item was not out of stock. I was at the aisle. I saw them. My husband went in to pick it up and he had to go into the store, find the item, which was not out of stock, went up to the front desk and was like, hey, this item that's $30 is $19 online. We tried to do it this way. We tried to do it this way. Can you please just price match? And the lady was like, absolutely, I can do that. So thank you for her. She was very helpful. I saved $20 by ordering 2 things in the app versus in the store. But that doesn't make sense from a perspective of like, sometimes people look on your phone and you're like, okay, this is in my price range. Let me go shopping for it. But now we can't do that. Now we just have to place pickup orders, or shipping orders, which that's a whole nother thing because shipping should cost money, but it's really cheaper. Like, I know it's all just a scam and I hate it. I hate it all. So I feel like I'm just boycotting shopping in Walmart because even now when I go in, there's no prices anywhere. Like, if you see like a random stray item, you don't know how much it costs. And then if you scan it to find the cost, that's not even the right cost because that's your phone online cost.
So like you guys need that additional stress, right? So long the day of budgeting your grocery shopping list where you're like, okay, this costs this costs that, and I'm gonna get out the door spending within my budget because that's all I've got because times are tight right now. And then you get there and they've got dynamic pricing in place. If you don't have a cell phone, you're not even gonna know what stuff costs in some cases. And they might just charge you a little bit extra because they think that you can afford more than the guy before you. Last thing we need to worry about on top of all the inflation and jacked up prices we're dealing with, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As I mentioned, there's certain states that are trying to do something about it, but that takes time. Just know that when you go into a store nowadays, chances are they can read, track, apparently see your facial features and know or make a judgment call on whether you should pay more than the guy before you or ahead of you. Definitely a time to vote with your dollars, folks. Support like-minded people that run businesses the way that they should be ran, and aside from all the synthetic ingredients, class action lawsuits, and the scammery, right? I've got a lot more coming down the pipe. Make sure you guys are still subscribed. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you on the next one.